Hey you guys, and welcome to my channel, Notes by LaRue. It is yours truly, Deidre LaRue, and here I strive to bring you hope, motivation, and encouragement one note at a time. If you're new to my channel and would like to become one of my beloved note takers, please consider subscribing and hitting the notification bell so you don't miss any of my uploads. Now, the rules are out of the way. Let's grab a pen and a pad and prepare to take some notes because class is officially in session. Hey, I'm feeling myself. I'm feeling myself. Hey, I'm feeling myself. I'm feeling myself. I'm feeling myself. I'm feeling myself. Today, we are going to be talking about feeling ourselves. What does it mean to be confident? How do you become more assertive of yourself? How do you love yourself and accept yourself for exactly who you are? It's no secret. Everybody already know the story. You've read my books. If you are a frequent person to my Well, if you frequently visit my blog, then you'll know I have touched on this subject time and time again about how I was considered the outcast, not amongst my family, but amongst my peers coming up because of my darker shade. A lot of times the guys really didn't pay me any mind or really wanted to talk to me no more than just being a friend because they did not find me attractive. And then too, I had another strike against me. I was plus size. Coming up, I've never been a small girl. Pretty much been big my whole, well, I should say plus size because some people get offended by the word big. But I have been pretty much plus size my entire life. And although there was a point in time that I did not necessarily love myself and care for myself in the way I looked, after completing 14 months of therapy and working really on me, I have come to love myself. I am proud of the woman that I am. I look gorgeous, by the way. And I'm constantly giving myself positive affirmations to say, hey, Deidre, you really are beautiful. Now, it's not to say I don't have my down days where I don't absolutely feel my best, but what I try to do for myself is I will put on some clothes, some heels, doll up, put my makeup on, do something to my hair. I'll leave the house to go out. It's no particular place that I'm going, but I just want to get out and allow people to see me and allow my beauty to shine. But this video is requested because one of my sweet, 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 precious nursing students wanted me today to talk about being confident and how I have become confident because, again, as I've said, I haven't always been this way. For me, coming up as a child or preteen, those were some of the most difficult times of my life where I was supposed to be so excited and happy and going to summer parties and sleepovers to the movies with my peers. I was stuck at home, one, because we was poor and didn't have any money, and two, didn't have anything to wear. All of our clothes were Salvation Army and hand-me-down, and three, I was not feeling myself. I was not into Deidre. Bottom line, I really did not love Deidre. It's not to say that I was ridiculed by family or friends coming up because I was not, but there were certain individuals who play a part in me not really accepting and loving myself. I'm actually working on a book that is titled Searching for Beauty in the Dark, How I Learned to Love My Dark Skin. So be on the lookout for that next year. But in that book, I pretty much chronicle my childhood coming up, my adult years, and how it really influenced me as a person and the woman that I am today. I am a complete extrovert. I am a people person. I love being around people, although I like my alone time as well. But I love being around people. I love engaging. I love conversation. Can never get enough of conversation, but I was not always like that. I wouldn't say I was shy, but I shied away from people because of the way I looked. Again, I was plus size. My hair was an absolute mess. It was a mess. It was completely short. My texture was not the way that I wanted it to be. And I really didn't like my hair. So, our mom kept braids in our hair, other different styles to really, well, I'm not going to say she did it to mask the way I looked and my hair was. I would say more so I did it to mask the way my hair was and the way I looked. And then too, I just thought it made me look a whole lot better. It made me feel better, even though I was going through hell and chaos in my personal and home life. But that's neither here nor there. Again, I was not necessarily fond of myself. And I would say one of the icings on the cake for me was when I was in college working on my master's degree. I remember I remember going to the university and I was headed to class and I was on the elevator and this gentleman said to me, well, I shouldn't say he was no gentleman, but this dude had said to me, "You cute to be dark skinned and fat." Because that's exactly how I was looking. And I was like, wait, what? He was like, "You cute to be fat and dark skinned because most fat and dark skinned women, they don't look good. They ugly." And I'm like, oh wow, sir, I'm not sure what kind of compliment you think that was, but that was completely offensive. It was not warranted, and it really did hurt my feelings. Although I know I should not have allowed what a stranger said to me to hurt my feelings, but I'm human and it did. And I remember going to class, I could not function. I could not get any work done because I kept replaying that tape recorder over and over again in my head. You cute to be you cute to be fat and dark skinned. And I'm like, what does that mean? Cute to be fat and dark skinned. I guess a lot of people feel like if you're not light skin or a different ethnicity, white or a lighter complexion, then you are not attractive. But we all know that is not the case because women come in all different types of shades and we all are beautiful in our own right. It's just up to us to recognize our beauty and to accept our beauty. Some people, they cannot accept their beauty because of society's standards and the labels they put on them and the criteria, I should say, that they've set forth for them on how one is supposed to look. Take Instagram, for example. How many times do we see these women on there that they have dubbed themselves as Instagram models? They are filled with silicone. They have their breasts done, their behinds done, their hips are accentuated and pronounced, their lips are pronounced, their eyes are even widened. They have slendered their nose. They've done everything they can to take themselves from the person that they are to somebody that they really want to be, or I should say the one that society wants them to be, because again, everybody wants to be accepted. I mean, you may not want to be accepted, but I know for me coming up, I wanted to be accepted. I wanted everybody to know Deetra and I wanted everybody to love Deetra, but it didn't work out that way. And like I said, it affected me coming up because for the longest I felt like, what's wrong with me? You know, why doesn't anybody want to be friends with me? Why does anybody want to talk to me, specifically guys? Like, what is it about me that is so off-putting to them? And like I said, you know, I realized that I may not be everybody's cup of tea and I may not be their flavor, but I'm my own cup of tea. I am my own flavor and I absolutely love the flavor that I am. I would not want to be any shade or color that I am. And I've just learned to accept that. And I really wish women today, even men go through this, but I really wish women would learn to value themselves, appreciate themselves more, and understand and know that just because you may have surgical procedures done, it is not to say that anything is wrong with having surgery, because I myself have considered having surgery, but have the surgery because it's something that you want to do. Don't have the surgery because it's something that society wants you to do, or your family or friends, or particularly a spouse, you know, or your mate. Because, you know, a lot of times women say, well, oh, my husband or my boyfriend, he's always wanted my breasts to be bigger, or he wants my behind to be bigger, or he wants my hips to be wider or more pronounced. If you're going to have these procedures, do it for you. Because at the end of the day, no matter what you do to inject yourself with, fill yourself up with, or change your physique or facial structure or appearance, if you look in that mirror and you still do not love and accept the person that you have changed yourself to be, even though that's not the person you wanted to be, but you only did to appease your spouse, boyfriend, loved one, girlfriend perhaps, you are going to be absolutely disappointed in yourself. Your self-esteem is going to really plummet more than it has ever before, and it will be a complete waste of money. I see it as, because you've only had these procedures because you wanted to make somebody else happy. But at the end of the day, you're not happy. So, what I wanted to say to you ladies today is this. There are going to be times that, yes, your self-esteem is going to be incredibly low, and there are going to be certain factors that contribute to that. However, what you need to learn to do is accept yourself at all stages in your life. Like I said, I'm plus size. I've never been a small young lady. I've been heavy set my whole entire life. I've struggled with my weight my whole life. I've lost weight. I've gained weight. I've lost it. And I've gained. And now it seems like it's so much harder to lose this weight. But what I had to tell myself is, listen, regardless of what size you are still the same person, in and out. It does not matter what your outer appearance look like. It matters what is on the inside. And I know it's so cliche. A lot of people do not want to hear that, but essentially, that's all there is to it. What matters is what you possess on the inside, how you feel about yourself. Like I tell you, if you are not confident or you're not quite feeling yourself, as I was saying earlier, I was feeling myself, put on a pair of heels, put on a nice dress. For me, I love red lipstick. It's bold. It means I'm here. Nobody's going to stop me. And then two, coming up, because of my complexion, I was told I could not wear red lipstick because it just did not look well on me. But I think red lipstick, it looks better. I'm not going to say it looks better on me, but what I'm trying to say is red lipstick looks good on anybody, regardless of your shade, complexion, whatever. Red lipstick looks good. And if you want to wear red lipstick, then wear red lipstick. If I'm feeling down, I don't care what my hair looking like or what my clothes are looking like. If I pop on some mascara and some red lipstick, I feel like I'm the sugar honey iced tea, and there's nothing nobody can say or do to change my mind. Now, one period that I went through in my life is when I wanted to become natural. And I'm sorry if my ring light went out, but just avoid that. I wanted to be natural, my hair that is. And I ended up going to the salon, and I told my stylist, I was like, hey, I want to go natural. And she was like, no, you don't, because you've been threatening to do this for months now, and I'm calling your bluff. You're not going to do it. So I would go and get my hair cut inch by inch by inch. And I finally went to her one day, and I was like, hey, I want my hair cut off. And she was like, you was just here last week. And I said, yeah, I know, but I want to do this now. I'm ready for this. I'm committed to this. I want my hair cut off, and I just cut it off right now. And she told me, she says, she asked me, she says, are you absolutely sure? Because once I cut your hair off, it's no coming back. Are you sure about this? And I'm like, I am 100% sure. Cut that hair off. And when she began to cut my hair, and the hair was just falling, I just said I had a whole heap of hair, because I assure you I did not. But as the hair fell from my head and onto me and, the floor, it was like a weight lifted off my shoulders. It was like a burden had left, and that was the burden of me perming or relaxing my hair to be accepted by others, or to have my hair straight so I can be able to manipulate it the way I wanted to manipulate it. But when she cut my hair off and I turned around and looked in that mirror, I was shocked at what I saw, because I was not obviously used to seeing myself with my hair like that. And somewhere along the line, I'll insert a picture so y'all can see what my hair looked like when it was first cut, when I went natural. But it shocked me because I was not used to wearing my hair like that. 1, 2, to me, I did not look like myself. And 3, I absolutely hated what I looked like. I was like, oh my God. I started obsessing about what people were going to think about me. Oh my God, is she gay? Is she finally coming out the closet now? Like, what is with her? Or, oh my goodness gracious, is she having a Britney Spears moment? Is she's in a crisis? She's, having a meltdown. My mind just went rampant about, what is this person going to say? And what is that person going to say? And I'm so embarrassed and ashamed to admit this, but when I left that salon, I put a baseball cap on my head because I did not want anyone in public to see what my hair looked like. I immediately went to the hair store and I purchased a wig, because I said, hey, listen, this don't work out the way I think it's going to work out. Then I can always wear a wig on my hair until my hair grows back. And once it grows back, then, I'll just relax it again, even though that was not what I wanted to do. I'm happy to say that I'm almost 3 years now natural. And although there are times I want to put a relax in my hair so bad, because I can't manipulate my hair the way I want to manipulate my hair, I said, you know what? No. This is what you wanted. At the end of the day, you just got to love it. And I remember one of my colleagues, she had a conversation with me. We were in the coffee shop one day. And I was going on and on about her hair and the texture of her hair. Oh my gosh, your hair is so curly. And I just wish my hair had more definition to it as opposed to the way it is, which is 4C. And she looked at me and she says, D, what's wrong with your hair? And I was like, I just don't like the texture of my hair. I can't do what I want to do with my hair. And I wish my hair looked like yours. And she says, D, listen, everybody's not going to have the same hair texture. Everybody's not going to have the same skin complexion. But regardless of what you look like, you just got to love it. You just have got to love yourself, and you have just got to accept yourself the way you are. Because if you don't, how do you suppose somebody else is going to love you when you can't even love yourself? I said, and I was like, okay, yeah, she has a point. But I still wish I had more definition to my hair. But as the days went by, the months went by, I just said, hey, listen, this is what God gave me. I'm just going to have to accept it and deal with it, because if he wanted me any other way, then I would be a completely, totally different way than what I am now. And besides, if I ever tire of my hair and can't do anything with it, was not working the way I wanted to work, I can always throw a wig on my hair. And at this point, my hair had grown out some, and I said, well, I can always put braids in my hair. Something different to be more versatile. But that was another thing that I had to deal with when I got my hair, when I went natural, because I'm like, hey, I'm already plus size, one stripe. So I thought, I'm already dark skinned. There's 2 stripes. So I thought, and now I'm natural with a head. I don't like that word, but 3 stripes against me. Now nobody ever is going to approach me, especially a guy. But I was very surprised when I had gone to church with my hair, my little miniature afro, because I was not going to wear it. Because again, obsessing and worrying about what the people at church were going to say about my hair and my appearance, because they're so used to seeing me on point and me rock these different styles. And it's like, oh my God, okay, oh my God, what is she going to come to church with this Sunday? And I said, you know what? Bump it. I'm going to church as I am. And when I went to church, I felt like everybody was looking at me, which they were. But it was not in the way that I saw they were looking at me. I thought they were being extremely judgmental or saying, oh my God, this woman has lost her mind, or why would she do that? She really does not look attractive that way. I was so shocked and surprised that the main ones that were coming up to me were the men. Oh, hey, D, I like your hair. Oh, that looks good on you. Can't nobody rock that style like that but you. And I'm like, wait, what? Because we all know most men, they want the woman with the long tresses, the wavy hair, the body hair. And it's like, I got an afro, a little bit of afro. And you like this? Yeah, that looks good. I like that. They look real good. And I'm like, wow. Okay. Not that I needed their opinion of me to validate me, because a lot of people feel like they need somebody's opinion so that they can be validated and know that they are worthy, which we don't need that at all, because you're created in the likeness of God's image. That alone should tell you that you're worthy. But for me, it made me realize, hey, you know what? You're okay. You're fine. It does not matter what your hair look like. You're good. People, if they really love you the way they say they love you, if they're your friends, they're going to accept you for exactly who you are. They're not going to expect you to change. If you want to change, that's totally up to you. But again, you have to be comfortable with your own self. You have to be comfortable within your own skin. And if you're not comfortable with your own self and in your own skin, then hey, what are you living for? Aside from the opinions of others, aside from trying to win the acceptance and approval of others, and you probably will never get that, because if you change one aspect of yourself that they wanted you to change, who's to say they're not going to come and double right back around and say, okay, now that you've done that, I really think you need to do this. And then you're going to always find yourself trying to change yourself to appease others, and at the end of the day, you're going to be displeased with yourself. Again, it does not matter what shade you are, what your skin complexion is, what your shape is. You wear clothes that accentuate your shape. If you want to wear a miniskirt, wear a miniskirt. It does not matter if you have thick thunder thighs the way I do. Wear your skirt. If you want to wear your shoulders out, which I love an exposed shoulder, it does not matter if you look like a linebacker. Expose your shoulders and wear them out. If you want to wear your breast out, wear them out. It does not matter at all what you look like. What matters is, how do you feel to yourself? And right now, at the age I am and at the point I am in my life, I feel damn good about Deetra, and there is nothing that I'm going to do to change that. And it's so funny, but not like haha funny. But one of my friends, I had gone to her and I was like, hey girl, listen, I'm considering getting a breast lift. I need the girls lifted up because, you know, they've been hanging low for quite some time now. I need them to rise up to the occasion. And she said, not gonna give them away, she said, no, I don't think you need to do that, but what I really think you need to do is take that fat out your stomach, put it in your behind, and get a tummy tuck. Be what? You want me to do what? Yeah, if you're gonna waste some money, waste it by taking that fat out your stomach, put it in your behind, and get a tummy tuck. And my question, or I should say my response was, no, why should I do that? I don't want fat in my behind. Even though I do not have a behind, I've always wanted a bigger behind, but I have loved to accept my behind just the way that it is. But I'm like, why on earth would you want me to do that? Now, I have considered a tummy tuck or a mommy makeover, as they call it, but that's only once I have my children. But I'm not doing anything beforehand. And besides, I have not lost all the weight that I intend to lose, so I have quite a ways to go. But I was like, man, this is supposed to be a friend, a buddy of mine. You're always calling me beautiful and gorgeous. Or, oh my gosh, I wish I had your confidence. I wish I had this about you or that about you. But at the same time, you're saying, okay, even though I think you are beautiful and you are gorgeous, I really think you need to do this. I mean, it's really going to make you like pop. And I'm like, you know what? I don't think this person realized what they just did. I don't think they realized what they just said. It really hurt me. It offended me and it affected me and it almost set me back. But I took what I learned in therapy and I used that to allow me to handle that situation, because I refused to go back to the days where I was so depressed, down in the dumps because of the way I looked and the fact that nobody did not accept me, not even me. And I told her, I said, hey girl, you know what? That is your opinion of me. Once again, it's not mine. I'm not going to take ownership of that because that's just not the way that's not how I feel about myself. I love myself for exactly the way I am, although I do want to do minor modifications to my body, but that's not to say I don't love myself, because a lot of people feel like, okay, well, once you do have surgery, when you do have surgery, it's because you don't love yourself. It's not to say you don't love yourself. It just may be certain things about yourself that you don't love, but on the inside, I love me 100%. That's not going to change. I mean, it's just not, I'm not going back to that. I refuse to go back to that because I have made huge strides in progress and I did not like the person that I was. So now that I am the woman that I have become, I cannot see myself ever going back. So again, I just wanted to get on here and chat just a little bit today, just to let you all know that regardless of what you look like, how tall you are, how short you are, I don't care if you got a flat stomach, one stomach, two stomachs like me, fat on your back, fat up under your neck and your chin, fat on your arms, whatever the case is, you have got to learn to love yourself. Because if you do not love yourself, how in the hell, as RuPaul says, that you're going to expect anybody else to love you? As always, thank you so much for tuning in and watching. And until next time, my note takers. Bye-bye.